Canva Tip Weekly is near and dear to my heart because I am a Virgo, which means that I love organization, I love workbooks, I love a longer form document is what I call it. So today we are going to be talking about PDFs and Canva. I'm going to be showing you a really cool feature that I don't know a lot of people know about and walking you through some quick ways to edit a PDF. I'm going to be applying some previous Canva Tip Weekly lessons. We're going to start to layer and compound all of these things together. So I'm really excited. Let's get to it. I have two documents I'm going to be showing you. So first, to import a PDF, it doesn't matter where that PDF was created, whether it was Word or a Google Doc, or in my case, Adobe Illustrator, Adobe InDesign. Canva's going to take that and it's going to try its best. So we're going to come up top here to the top right of our screen. We are going to click Import File. I don't know if you've ever tinkered with this. It's awesome. I'm going to click on this bingo board that I love dearly. I've always tried to cram it in where I can. I think I love it more than people receive it. And then we're going to wait. And while we wait, we hydrate. We know that we take a sip of water whenever we are waiting on something to load instead of throwing our computers out the window. But this one loaded pretty quickly because it was just one page. Let's click on it. And ta-da! It's fully editable. It has all of the text, all of the colors that were in that document. My terrazzo pattern that was here, that is also color editable. Look at that, because it was an SVG file. Can't really ask for more. This was an excellent import. Again, I did not make this in Canva. I made this in Adobe Illustrator and pulled it into Canva. So now let's apply two lessons from previous Canva Tip Weeklies just to show you and apply these things together. The first thing is that I wish Canva had not made this giant square full of all of these different colors and grids. We just want to use the table feature for that. That is over here under Elements and then Tables. That is the better way to do this. That is a 5x5 grid. So I just made 5 rows, 5 columns. Then I'm going to click border. I'm going to make this a lot thinner. I'm going to change the color to pink, maybe. And then you can expand this to fill what you would like. There's probably a faster way of doing this. Yeah, table spacing. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's cool. It's more like a board. Cell spacing. Cool. So that is tip number 1, is to create tables instead of trying to draw and make grids like this. Tip number 2 is going to be the Paintbrush Tool. That was one of my favorite videos. So I'm going to format this first bingo square to be what I want it to be. I'm going to make myself smaller now. First bingo square, I'm going to use Montserrat Classic. I'm going to make it a little smaller. I'm going to spread out my letters a little bit. Now, the text boxes themselves are going to have to be adjusted because Canva is going to try to fit it within. But let's go ahead and say that you guys know it would take forever for me to click on each one of these and change them individually. What we're going to do is click on, we're going to zoom in first. What am I doing? We're going to click on the text that we want. You click on the one that you want. We're going to click the Paintbrush Tool. Then we are going to drag and let go. And it's going to change everything that I just drug the paintbrush to. Now, there's going to be a little bit of editing that has to happen. The text boxes were too small in general, so I have to come in here and adjust the actual boxes. Now, if this were in a table, it would be much easier, which is why I recommend using a table instead of grids like this, but that is a great way to use the Paintbrush Tool. So this is how I imported one PDF. Let's see how Canva does with a larger document. I created an ebook in Adobe InDesign, not Illustrator, a really long time ago. It's an old ebook. This was like early days of pandemic and before I was really big into Canva. I still really like it. It's got old branding, but I want to refresh it. Let's open it up. We're gonna wait because this one's like 30 or so pages. Oh, cute. Branding 101 by Let's Go Studio. Oh man. Maybe someday I'll make that a fuller DIY branding course. I'm going to pause while this uploads. All right, it's fully uploaded. Let's see how Canva imported this PDF. Woo! Okay, also, it's great to give feedback. Canva is asking, like, hey, how did this work? They really want to know how the PDF uploaded, which can only help. We want this feature to be available. So first of all, any fonts that were not in Canva that I haven't uploaded aren't going to show up, right? But the good news is I want this Open Sans, which seems to be the regular, to be my font Vesterbro poster. And don't forget, we're going to apply another Canva tip weekly right here. Down here, you can say, hey, I want every instance of Open Sans to be this font. So I'm going to click Change All, and it's going to change all. We're going to take a peek at how this is done. Now it's going to do some weird things, like instead of making the background that taupey color and the top green, it's going to do this. I've updated my brand green since then to a more jewel tone, so I'm going to click on that and then click Change All, again, down here at the bottom. So now I know that that's been changed. I would obviously update my logo and a couple of other things, but let's see how the rest of it translated. So you see, I've already changed this one here. This looks great. Old logo. I don't know what I was thinking with that logo. It's terrible. Here's my little bingo board, which I'm obsessed with. Alrighty, everything's in. All the photos are in. It just needs a little bit of elbow grease, I guess, as they say. Look at her. Oh, let's see if it brought in a link, because this right here was a link. It sure did. So Canva also imported the links from this PDF as well. That is super, super excellent, because this whole thing was a big old link. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. I'm very impressed with the PDF. Okay, so that's the Canva tip, guys. Get to uploading. If you have old PDFs, old lead magnets, old documents that you maybe created back in the day or before Canva or during Canva, now you can't find the file anymore, go ahead and upload all of those. Take 15 minutes, apply new brand colors, apply your brand fonts and your updated logo, and that would make a great lead magnet, a great newsletter resource, even a great item for sale if you have a digital shop. There's all kind of ways that you can repurpose that content and knowledge that I know that you guys have laying around somewhere. That's been Canva Tip Weekly, and I'll see you next week.